Uh, so what the V2K talkers are doing? See, I use so a lot. A lot of people I know use so. We say it as just part of our speech. What they were trying to do is change me and change the way I speak to fit the people who are trying to clone my identity. Because what they did was they recorded all this horrible stuff. I mean, horrible, like nasty child abuse stuff, accusations, every sort of thing under the sun about nastiness. And so they thought they would look like I said it. Of course it doesn't, which is part of what I've been telling you folks. But it goes to show that if you commit a crime and then you try to cover up the crime, that's another crime. So what I've been doing with the thumbnails, I've been putting a lot of information, a lot of proof about what's going on, about who I am. And again, I'm going to make this video about the business of being yourself, which is part of what I'm saying. I don't understand how they convince a group of people, I'll just say that, to clone other people and pretend to be them instead of the business of being yourself. And they always say, I used to say, you find people in the world who are good at what they do. And there are people out there who are like diamonds in the rough. You can tell they have an ability to do something, but if they were given the right training, they would be fantastic. And I think everyone has a talent. I used to tell someone this. They keep talking about things that they heard me saying, then they would have heard me saying this for ages. Everyone has a talent. You find the people in the world and you make that talent better. Everyone has a talent. There isn't one person born on earth that can't do something. What you shouldn't be doing is trying to make people who don't have that particular talent be able to do that thing. So, for example, if someone can't do something, why would you waste time trying to manipulate everyone, everything to help that person do something they can't do? Why not just find the thing that they can do? Because everyone can do something. And why that's important is because when you're working with people who can't do a particular thing, then that shouldn't be the thing they do. You should find people who can do that job and give the people who can do other jobs that job. But that goes back to being equal. If you work in a hierarchy, you're not going to think of it that way. You're going to think of, well, I am better than you, so I should do your job. Well, if you can't do it, you can't do it, period. It's not complicated. And that's part of what I'm saying about this whole system. The business of being me means that I go for what I'm good at. If I'm not good at something, I'm not going to do it. And I'm definitely not going to take the job from someone else who can do it. Why would I do that? The big thing about this cloning and this AI and this voice to skull technology and observing me and trying to steal what I'm good at is that once they steal it and they can't sustain it, then they want me. I'm not available. I'm not interested. And that should be enough. I should be able to say no without them trying to force me. So what they said when I was waking up is that they raped me, like with this technology. They stole everything from me. They stole my identity, and still I'm given advice. Because what bothers them is my ability to communicate what happens to me. That's what they wanted to stop. That was from the beginning what they wanted to say and do to me. They used to say, don't tell your mother this, don't tell your mother that. What did I do? Tell my mother. That's what they're about. Because their business isn't of being themselves, it's of being other people and hurting other people, because that's what a predator is. See, a predator, I don't think, has the ability to be themselves, because if you knew they were a predator, you wouldn't want to be around them. That's my point. That's why this technology they're developing is to help predators and hurt humanity. So when they're trying to come up with a facade, a fakeness, a different appearance, a mask, I'll use that, a mask. They're using the mask to attract new prey. So I feel I have to say, wait a minute, that person's a predator. That is something that I must do. And that's part of the business of being me. That is what I do. That is my brand. When I can and I see someone's being preyed on, I try to say, wait. That's part of what they wanted to take from me. I'm going to end